into the receiver's hands. So another long pass completion for Bellingham and yet another first down.
I love the way he stayed in bounds just like on television.
First down, Bellingham from the Ashland 33.
Big play. 30-yard play. Landry looks like a player to watch, Paul. Number 6.
Handoff. No, it isn't. The quarterback keeper Haddad with it, and he's going to pick up about 6. Nice play fake into the line, and he held it and rolled, went left with it and picked up about, actually picked up closer to 8, so it'll be 2nd and 2.
23 yards and 2 carries for Chris Haddad.
Knows what he's doing.
So he's somebody to watch too. So the Clockers have their hands full now. They're already down 1 touchdown. With the Blackhawks driving in the driving rain.
Handoff this time. This is Landry trying to turn left. He does. He's got the first down and then some as a flag is thrown in. He's tackled down around the 16-yard line, but a flag thrown in on the play.
Karat, Shea Hood, Featherstone combined.
That's going to come back. They call holding against Bellingham, so a break for the Clockers.
Clockers needed that 10 yards.
Well, that'll be 15 yards and penalties on this drive because they had the false start or illegal motion, whatever it was. So that backs it off. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Line of scrimmage is the 30.
2nd and 8.
Showing a little different formation this time. As both Lamottes, I believe, are in pass formation. They hand it. That was Metcalf. And Metcalf blows ahead for about 4. So it'll be 3rd down and 3rd down in the better part of 5. And we have a Bellingham player on the field. Got some pretty good wind and rain here today.
Yeah, it's really coming down.
Now it's coming down.
Can't say that we're really experiencing it here in the comfort of our newly renovated broadcast booth.
It's the miracle of the roof.
I'd like to finish off the recognition of the Clocker brass. We left off with Zach Mazzone, Christine Nardini, James Richards, Paul Surio-Mongo, and Andrew Colavita. We'd like to recognize the Clocker brass every year, every Friday night they're here.
He's up.
67, let's see who that is. Robbie Provost.
He's one of the senior,
Recognize the middle school band, which is here with them tonight.
one of their biggest players.
Guest performers.
He's got the wind knocked out of him, it looks like. Not favoring anything as he trots off under his own power. And a big 3rd down play, although we have to say we're in 4 down territory.
It would seem.
With the ball sitting at the, what is it, the 27.5-yard line. Shotgun again.
Metcalf is being the backfield.
I'm watching for Haddad.
Haddad.
There he goes. No, he's going to throw it.
He's going to throw. He eludes a tackler and throws it incomplete. So it'll be 4th down. He was pressured. And actually, he almost found a receiver out there, but in any case, it fell incomplete, so it'll be 4th and 5.
His 3 receivers had already run their patterns. There was nobody open.
Just nobody to go to.
Then they started looking to make a move to help out their quarterback, and nearly did it.
So they will indeed, as you noted.
Clock is extended very well, so Haddad could not run. There was no place for him to go.
No, couldn't do it that time.
27. Clocker 27, 4th and 5.
So they've got the receivers out there again.
Metcalf is the back.
And again, the fake throws, and it's complete. And that's going to be close to the first down stick.
Mike Lamoth caught that one, Paul.
Bellingham says they've got it.
Big
and the
play.
referee says they've got it, so they've got it. 1st and 10. appears to be just outside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:28 to go here in the first half. Bellingham leading 7-0 and threatening. Almost in the red zone.
Well, they're in what, the dark orange right now?
The dark orange,
Yeah,
the Bister zone or whatever. Handoff inside. This is Metcalf, who's got about a yard. That's it. So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Slane got down low on him, and Joe Paccioli finished him off.
Gain of about a yard, it'll be 2nd and 9.
So 2 wideouts. Landry in the slot. Landry now in motion. They hand it off to Metcalf with a big hole, and he's going to be hit and wrapped up. But that's a gain of about 7.
Handoff goes to Metcalf, brought down by Mike Gelliff.
It's going to have about 2 yards to go. I think about 2 to go for the first down. It'll be 3rd down and just about 2.
Mike Delafaminia with an open field tackle on his own. Great job.
It'll be 3rd and a long 2 coming up for Bellingham. Ball is inside the clock at 15-yard line.
Metcalf still in the setback. They hand it to him again, straight ahead. Let's see. It's close.
Looks like number 6 for Bellingham, Norman Landry, straight up the middle.
Well, it's short, so it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about a yard. So they converted a 4th down play to get here. And now they need to convert another 4th down play to keep the drive alive.
Do you have to worry about a pass?
Well, they're showing it. They're showing wideouts. Metcalf is in the backfield behind Haddad. Do you think Haddad will keep it? Let's see. Haddad straight ahead, and I think he's got it, if I had to guess.
Is it measurable?
I don't know.
Good long look by the ball boy.
Yep,
We are going to measure.
I think they're going to measure.
The chain gang comes out as the wind picks up and the rain picks up.
He's got it, so it's 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line.
Had it by plenty.
So this will actually be 1st and 10. They can make a 1st down at about the 1, inside the 1. So we'll see what it comes to. Yes, the rain coming down and the wind picking up.
Clockers need to stop this some way, somehow. You don't want to be down 2 touchdowns.
No. This pass out to Lamoth. Lamoth is on his feet and is going to drive to about the 5.
Clockers may need to strip the ball here, Paul.
Well, it picks up about 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 from 2nd and 7. Call it from about the 7. Be just outside the 7. So Lamoth and Landry in role of receivers. They hand it to Metcalf, and Metcalf bounds ahead. He's probably got 3. It'll be 3rd down.
Protecting the ball well, Paul. Clockers would love to see something mishandled or to shake something loose here, because the Bellingham offense has been relentless on this drive.
3rd and about 5 for the 1st down. A little less than 5. So Haddad on the snap, throws, and it's incomplete, broken up at the very last second. A nice play in the end zone by Delafaminia. Got there and got a hand on it and knocked it down. Otherwise, that would have been 6. So they got to do it again. It's 4th down and 4.
And it's 4th down. 4th and a short 5, maybe 4 from just inside the Walker 5-yard line. We have a timeout.
Well, they talked about sheets of rain earlier in the evening in the weather forecast, and they're here.
Boy, oh boy,
And
is
it's
coming
raining.
down.
Looks sunny to me from here. Looks real sunny.
Here we go.
Here we go, 4th and 4.
I don't know if that was a 20-second timeout or no timeout. Deej screaming.
Remember, they can get a 1st down. Haddad looking to throw, rolling, looking, throwing, incomplete, and Ashland holds.
WACA defense is held.
Well, Della Famiglia made that one work on the 3rd down play,
Big
and then they
play.
forced Haddad to make a not-so-good pass on the 4th down play, and Ashland turns it around.
What a relief that was, Paul. That play had no chance.
Ashland will take over from their own
He
5-yard
passed all the way
line.
across the field.
Tag.
Even if he caught that, I don't know if he was going anywhere.
I think even if he had caught it, he would have been on the ground short of the 1st down anyway.
Would have taken a great
Yeah,
dive
to
come
even
up with
catch it,
yeah.
but then he's downed, and I'm quite sure that it was short from what we could see here because it was really on a straight line from us, looking straight at it. So Ashland now, and they hand it off inside as the rain comes down like Niagara Falls. With Moses Lima relentless on the carry and picks up about 6.
He's the guy you want with the ball, Paul.
Picks up about 8.
Almost in any situation, but particularly in this situation. That was an 8-yard gain. Clock running under 2 to go in the first half. Bellingham 7, Ashland nothing. You're watching Ashland High School varsity football on Channel 10. Bob Thacker and Paul Burke.
Well, Nealon has Della Famiglia behind him. Everybody in tight. And they hand it to Della Famiglia. He's straight ahead, and he is going to be close to the 1st down before he's pushed back. He looked real close. And yes, he's got it, so it'll be 1st and 10 Ashland, down to 1:35 and a half.
Clock is too deep in their territory to be using any timeouts. Hawks seem happy to go into the locker room with a 1-touchdown lead as well.
Well, the ball at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Ashland showing no urgency.
Nealon on the end around to Gutierrez, but they sniffed that out, and that's going to be a big loser.
Now is the time for Bellingham,
Bellingham
to take
should
the
stop
timeout.
exactly. They should stop the clock, and apparently they have. Timeout Bellingham with 58 seconds to go here in the half. That play went for a loss of about 8, so it's 2nd and 18.
That was not a keeper, was it?
No, he handed it off to
It was
Gutierrez.
a end around.
End around, yeah.
And those have not worked tonight.
No.
20-second timeout. Play resumes almost instantly.
Well, the ball is on the ground. Bellingham's going to have it. I think it was Lima. It was Lima. Working like a mule as always, but the ball was stripped. The ball's a little wet, and the ball is Bellingham's.
That one squirted loose. They're going to be on the 18-yard line.
Yep.
They've got 51.7 seconds left, and I would say at least 3 timeouts.
Yeah, I'd say they're in pretty good shape.
Clocker defense thought they were through for the half. Little do they know they have to come up with another huge stop against a pretty efficient Bellingham offense tonight.
4 wideouts for Bellingham. And it's going to be a sack. It is a sack as Haddad is hammered by 4 guys.
Michael Shayhood rocked him.
Again, he tried the play action fake to Metcalf, but nobody was buying it. And the next thing you know, he was surrounded by blue jerseys. So that's a loss of 7. And it's 2nd down and 17. The clock is stopped as Bellingham calls a timeout with 37 seconds left to go. So that's helpful.
If we're to believe the amount of times they point to Bellingham on the timeout, that was their third, so they still have 2 in their pocket.
The Clocker 25-yard line.
An inspired play by the Clocker defense led by Mike Shayhood. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Oh, they needed that.
Shayhood 54, Slane 62. Who else is out there? Featherstone 71. 3-man front.
Second and 17.
Lima, Karat, Britton in the linebacking core.
Again, 4 wideouts and Metcalf in the backfield behind Haddad. Haddad drops straight back to throw. He's being pressured, and he eludes the tackle. He eludes 2 tacklers. Still free, throws, incomplete. It was Cuomo down around the goal line, but the ball was thrown short and incomplete, so it'll be 3rd down.
Cuomo was open, but tremendous pressure by Featherstone and Shayhood, I guess. How Haddad got away from those 2 guys, I couldn't tell you. But he's a player, that Chris Haddad. He had the moves.
So
Tom put his head down to finish him off, and the next thing you know, he scored it right under him.
Gone. Okay, 27 seconds to go, and a 3rd down play, 3rd and about 17.
Clock stopping on the incompletion, no timeout.
Oh, he has 2 setbacks with him. Looking to throw again, throws it out the screen, and it's Landry who eludes a tackler. There's now a cross, and there's a flag thrown in as he crosses the 15-yard line. Well done play.
Almost had him for a loss, though, Paul.
But it's coming back. It's going to be another penalty against Bellingham.
We're down to just 14 seconds now.
So the foul was for holding. Here it is. Against Bellingham, so that'll back it up 10 from the spot. So that's a long one. And we're going to be looking at 3rd down and I would say 3rd down and about 28.
3rd down coming up.
No, they're going to let the clock run down. That's it. We're down inside 5 seconds, so that'll be the end of the first half. And at the end of a half, Bellingham 7, Ashland nothing, and we'll be back.
Okay, we're back for the second half.
Here at Victoria Falls.
And the weather has gotten worse, if anything.
Oh, you wonder, but if you see the middle of the field, it's really puddling out there now. And so it'll be a challenge here in the second half. Did not notice it, I don't think, too terribly in the first half, but the situation here, the conditions of the field deteriorating very quickly with a downpour that is now very, very, very steady and very intense.
A lot of passing in the first half. Nealon completing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes to Pacholi, Santaski, Karat, and Gutierrez. And his counterpart, Chris Haddad, also with several completions, including a 38-yarder and a 27-yarder. One to Sean Lamoth and one to Norman Landry, who has the touchdown on a 7-yard run as well. He's a wide receiver, but he makes his way into that backfield and has to be considered a ball carrier as well as a receiver. Well, Haddad also had 23 yards rushing. Lamoth had 4 or 5. And for the most part, Tyler Metcalf has been bottled up. He's had about 15 yards rushing tonight for the Clockers. Moses Lima with about 25 yards rushing on about 7 or 8 carries. Pacholi and Della Famiglia have also carried for Ashland. I think Kyle Daly has maybe carried once, if that.
No, it hasn't been his night. And but we'll see if it's anybody's night here in the second half. Bellingham won the opening toss at the beginning of the game and deferred to Ashland, so they will receive the opening kickoff here in the second half. And they will be moving from our left to our right as play resumes.
Generally, weather like this bottles up the offense of both teams, but both teams have really moved the ball tonight.
They moved the ball, but I'll tell you, the weather is deteriorating. It's getting a lot worse than it was, so we'll see what effect it has
Hawks with the lead.
Yeah, and that could be enough. You never know. Anyway, here's the kick, David Britton. It's a splash, and he gets a kick. It's handled. And again, a flag immediately thrown in there. That was Metcalf, I believe, handling the kickoff. But a flag thrown down around the 21-yard line, around the 31-yard line.
Only one fumble in the game, right, Paul?
Yeah, yes.
And no interceptions. Clockers were called upon to make 2 defensive stands in what I call the red zone inside the 20.
So holding on the opening kickoff on the return. So they'll back that off 10 yards. So Bellingham loses ground back. So it's back at the line of scrimmage will be the 21-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Okay.
Ashland defense back on the field again where they left off at the end of the first half. We're in the 3rd quarter. Ashland and Bellingham from the Grump.
Still showing a lot of receivers and Metcalf, who's the ball carrier, but he's going to be stuffed for a loss. Trying to go left with the ball, but stuffed. So that's going to be a loss of a couple, and it'll be 2nd down. Mike Lamar, Haddad going to the sideline for instructions, and we'll see. As they're still showing 4 wides on every play, pretty much, on every formation. Sort of the same guys in different spots.
It's a modified diesel, Paul, you might say.
Yeah, this is down. Actually, they're only showing the 3 wide. He has 2 setbacks now behind him. Metcalf, and I assume it's Landry. But Metcalf with the ball cuts it inside. So Metcalf on the keeper, and he's going to pick up about 6.
He hasn't broken free yet tonight, but you can tell he's dangerous.
Yeah, well, he knows what he's doing. That's obvious. It's actually going to be a gain of about 8. They had lost some ground on the first down play, so it'll be 3rd down and about 3. 3rd and about 3. Line of scrimmage just shy of the 30-yard line. Their own 30. So they bring Sean Lamoth and Norman Landry to the near side right. Cuomo on the far side left. And again with the inside handoff that's going to go nowhere. And we'll see if that was Metcalf or perhaps Landry.
Well, no question.
That was Mike Lamoth, excuse me, the ball carrier. So a loss on the play of a couple, so it'll be 4th and about 5.
No question the weather hurt the Blackhawks on that offensive series. Ashland anxious to get the ball to see what they can do in these conditions.
So Pat Maloney to kick it out with Gutierrez and Della Famiglia back deep for Ashland at about their own 47-yard line. Handles the snap, gets off a high kick, and it's going to be fair caught by Della Famiglia right around the 46, 47-yard line. It'll be Ashland 1st and 10.
Best position they've had to start a drive tonight. You know, I was always good in these type of conditions, you know. A mutter.
Yeah, a mutter, absolutely.
My father was a mutter, too.
So we'll set this for you. It was Chris Nealon at quarterback, of course. Santarski on the near side left, Gutierrez to the far side right. And the handoff is to Moses Lima. Pounds it straight ahead for about 8.
That was a clean hole, Paul.
Yep, one of the few tonight. But a nice hole, and he hit it well, and even on bad footing, he picked up 8. So an effective play for the Clockers. Excuse me. Call it a gain of 6 now, so 2nd and about 4. From what I can see, Ashland has the wind to their backs, but it's filled with raindrops. Wide out and Gutierrez in the slot on the right side. Gutierrez coming in motion. They hand it off again And this is Della Famiglia, but there's a flag thrown.
Mike Della Femina up for a first down.
But that makes me think, are they calling an illegal shift? If so, it'll bring it back. Illegal shift against Ashland, so it will come back. Around me.
Penalty goes against the Clockers on the play. That'll nullify the run, the first down run by Della Femina.
So the line of scrimmage will now be back at the 47-yard line, so pretty much where they started the drive. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Okay, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Nealon, better get rid of it, and he's going to be hit and sacked. And he was being run down by Landry, I believe. And he got to him, and that's going to be a loss of about 6, so it'll be 3rd down and a bunch, 3rd and about 16.
Chris outside the pocket could have thrown that ball anywhere incomplete and saved the loss, but apparently did not sense the pressure was that close. Might not be a bad idea to kick right here. Quick kick.
No,
Is that Moses deep?
no, Della Famiglia at the tailback. Nealon to throw, throws, and he may, is it? No, incomplete. They rule it incomplete. That was intended for Gutierrez right around the first down stick, but it'll be 4th down and long. Now it's a kicking situation. They send Landry back deep. He'll be down around the 25-yard line.
He worries me.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about the 3rd down quick kick. No Landry to take one in.
Lima back to kick it away. Let's watch. Good snap, handles it, gets the kick off, and again, kind of a line drive. He kicks it away from Landry, who's going to chase it, and he's going to chase it all the way back inside the 5-yard line, turns it upfield, trying to cut left. Big block down there thrown with a flag thrown now, and Landry's still on his feet, and he's going to be out close to the 10-yard line, but there was a hammering block down there, and then a flag thrown in. I don't think it was on the real tough block, but it should be against Bellingham. And Lima is on the ground up around the 25-yard line in the mud, but he gets up now. Just tough going and getting worse.
It's going to be first down Bellingham deep in their own territory no matter how this comes out.
Blocking the back appears to be the call.
Apparently the signal is a block in the back against Bellingham. The ball will be inside the 10.
So that'll probably, I assume that's going to back them half the way back to the goal line from wherever the spot was. So it'll be first down right around the 5-6 yard line. So Bellingham backed up deep and an opportunity for Ashland.
Ashland defense has played great their last 3 series, stuffing Bellingham on a first down at the 11, stuffing them again on a first down from the 18, and then 3 and out on their first series here in the second half. See if they can do it for the 4th consecutive time.
So Haddad with running backs, and they do try a running play, and that was Mike Lamoth, number 3. Good for a couple, maybe it'll be second down.
Tripped up by the Clockers after a gain of about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's still pouring, but I think the wind has subsided just a little bit. Similar formation. And they hand it off to Landry, who was in motion, and he might have lost one, so it'll be 3rd down.
Good inside play fakes, Paul. Have left the Clockers pretty much tackling everyone in the backfield.
3rd and 8 coming up.
So 3rd and 8. That play did go for about a yard loss. 3rd and 8 for Bellingham. They're going to bring Cuomo out here to the near side right. And on the far side, I believe, is Lamoth. And Haddad on the keeper, and he's got the first down.
Big play.
Excuse me, it was Lamoth. It was Mike Lamoth. But a big play gets them out of trouble, gets them a first down out around the 20.
I think that was a keeper, Paul. Big first down by the Blackhawk offense. Again, that same.
Haddad muffs the snap, but he fell on it, and a flag is thrown in. Is this going to be what?
It's a late hit on Mike.
Yep.
You know,
it is. It's a personal foul for a late hit. That's strange.
Well, you know, when a kid corrals a fumble on and he's already on the ground, he's down. There's no need to touch him, let alone hit him, and that's the problem. But a player's natural impulse is to crash in.
So after the late hit, it'll be a first down with the ball around the 24-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:15, 4:17 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bellingham leading at 7-0.
In these conditions, Paul, every yard precious. And the Clockers have given up 2 first downs, and now some type of a
another penalty again.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct, I guess, against the Clockers.
So that's an unsportsmanlike conduct call that they definitely didn't need. Ashland calls timeout to talk this over as best they can, but suddenly the line of scrimmage is the Bellingham 40. So they went from about the 6-yard line to the 40, doing nothing.
30 yards and penalties.